This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Lyndon Arthur over Zoom. Lyndon, how are you doing? Firstly, congratulations on your win last weekend.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm just enjoying the sun. It's hot out.
Let's just start off with the past weekend. Like we say, David Faraci, 9th round stoppage victory. Talk me through your performance. What did you make of it?
Performance was basic. To be fair, you know what? Take nothing away from him. He was a good, decent opponent. He was in there trying to fight back all the time. Could tell he didn't want to lose. And that's because he's never lost before, and he's an undefeated opponent, Italian champion. Yeah, man, he came to win. He didn't come to make the numbers up, and he caused a few problems, but is what it is. I got the job done.
He was very game, as you say, and he did come to win. Did it surprise you by just how kind of aggressive he was, and how much did not, maybe not necessarily cause you problems, but just by the performance he delivered? Was he better than what you thought he'd produce?
No, not even that he was better than I thought. I just kind of got into a rut of a new, like, oh, I'm gonna do this kind of thing, and I'm gonna knock him out. And then by the time it was like, all right, stay switched on. It was like there was no threat in the ring. I wasn't, I wasn't at any point worried about his power or anything. So I kind of probably got into a bit of a rut of, and then when you try and get out of it, it's a bit hard. Not so much. But again, take nothing away from him. He did come to fight, but I just knew that from the offer was levels above him, and I knew that I was gonna get him out of there at some point.
See, it's interesting you say that, because I spoke to Pat a few days ago, and Pat said when you're in the ring, you will perform to a similar level to what your opposition is. So if you face someone of a higher level, you'll raise your levels and how good a performance you'll produce. Do you agree with that? Do you think that naturally the tougher opponents, you'll raise your performances? And then if it's somebody who's maybe not as good as you, it can drop because you're better than them?
I don't know. I don't know where Pat said that, but maybe I can't say. I don't know. Maybe that might be. It might be.
Just talking about the finish, Lyndon, as well. Obviously, just before the ref stepped in, you dropped him. Talk about that.
It was a great finish. It was a great finish. The combination put together was a good combination, and so yeah, I enjoyed the fight, and the finish was good. It was a bit of a highlight reel, knocked down, and then the rest jumped in after I caught him with another right hand, probably best because I would have hurt him if not. So, yeah, I enjoyed the finish.
We obviously saw Sonny Edwards there commentating as well. I'm sure you saw the videos of him kind of jumping in elation when you was hurting Faraci. What did you make of Sonny's reactions to your performance?
Yeah, that's normal though, because that's bro. So yeah, I expect him to be like that. It was funny to watch though. It's good to watch. Good to see the emotion that friends and the family go through, kind of thing, when you're fighting.
Now, unfortunately, football didn't come home on Sunday, but I know you was down in London still. You went to Box Park, I believe. What was it like down there, enjoying kind of the game itself without needing to worry about your weight and camp?
Yeah, it was my first game that I went out to watch, obviously because I was in camp, the other ones, and yeah, it was good. It was good, even though we lost. It was a good vibe, and I got to experience the throwing the drinks in the air and stuff when we scored. When the game was good up until they scored, and then obviously whatever happened after that. But it's a great experience, and the boys did well. So,
enjoying some time off now, Lyndon. Kind of what are you going to be doing? We've got this beautiful weather at the minute. I'm sure you're going to be looking to make the most of it.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm chilling, but I'm gonna enjoy it.
May as well make sure you do before it starts raining again. I'm sure it will do in a few days.
That might happen today. So we got to what it is.
Lyndon, obviously, just want to touch on kind of what's next for yourself as well. It's been well spoken about. Anthony Yarde seems to be next up for you. Is that what you see happening now?
Probably, yeah. And I'll beat him again. So it is what it is. Like they must have thought that I was that running from them or something. Like, that's not the case. The case is the fact of the matter is I just don't think I should have to fight him again next. You know, but I will, and I'll beat him again. And then what? I'm gonna laugh. But you know, like I said before, if he'd have beat me, there'd have been no talk of a rematch or anything like that. I was the champion. You know, I shouldn't have signed the contract that I did. When I signed it, I was kind of rushed into signing it a little bit. When at the first press conference when I was supposed to fight him the first time, and I didn't really look over it. My fault. No excuses, but yeah, again they must think I'm scared of fighting him or something. I want to fight him. Pat don't believe I should have to fight him again. I don't mind. What's he gonna do? Come out and rush me and run out of breath. So what he's gonna do? He's gonna try and put it on me faster this time. He can't outbox me. I'm gonna have to. I will be in there. I can fight. So I'm not fussed about if it's Yarde next. It's Yarde.
Because of kind of what's happened since and the back and forths about it, knowing now you've obviously got both hands, you've recovered from your hand surgery, having fought as well, you're feeling good, you're looking sharp. Do you want to make an even more of a statement against Anthony Venn? Are you looking for the stoppage this time around?
It don't bother me how I beat him. It's irrelevant. It makes no difference to me. As long as I get a W, if I knock him out, it comes. If it doesn't, I get a win regardless. It makes no difference. It just it's just what it is. I don't have to knock him out. I don't have to do anything. I just have to beat him.
Yarde is fighting on the Birmingham show at the end of August. I'm sure you'll just keep an eye on kind of how he does with that. But will you be looking to maybe fight once more at all, or?
Depends who he fights. Depends who he fights. Because if he fights anyone like he was supposed to fight last time, no point watching because he's just gonna knock. He's just gonna punch out of him. That's just it. Guy was ranked number 30th in his country, Germany. Imagine fighting somebody. That's like me fighting somebody ranked number 30th in England. What is the point? What's the point in Yarde fighting somebody ranked number 30th in Germany? What is the point? Makes no sense to anybody. It's obviously what they're going to do. But it's obvious what they're doing towards him. They're building him up to make the rematch better. So let him do the thing.
Lyndon, how big, let's say if he had gone a different route and you was able to have gone for a world title and you was to have been successful, you come back as a world champion, how much bigger of a fight do you think it would have been if you two were to have met further down the road with a world title on the line?
Well, that speaks for itself. It would be a world championship fight. But that's not what's happening. So there's no point talking about what if and what's, because that's not happening.
Lyndon, just before you go, just want to get your thoughts on a couple of things. Obviously, next weekend, Joyce Takam. What do you make of it?
Obviously, I think Takam, Joyce is going to win, but Takam can be in there and he can give him a hard fight. He's a good, solid fighter, and I most definitely will be tuning in to watch that because again, I'm a fan of the sport, and that's a fan. It looks like a fan pleasing fight.
And there's also a fight taking place during the night tonight. Undisputed battle 154, Jamal Charlo, Brian Castano. Will you look to tune in or maybe catch it tomorrow or anything?
I might watch a replay. I don't know much about the guy that he's fighting. I kind of want to. I'm a fan of the boxing, but I kind of want to see them in big fights. I want to see. We know Jamal Charlo and Jamal. We know the Charlo brothers are sick. We know they're good, but I want to see them against a Canelo or a Golovkin or a Jacobs, or a Spence, like a fight with, you know what I mean. If Charlo wins, it's like, oh well, I knew he was gonna win, kind of thing. So, to me, I want to see him in a bigger fight.
Right, Lyndon, just before I let you go now to enjoy the rest of this beautiful weather, like I say, I want a final word from yourself for everybody who's obviously supporting you this past weekend and will continue to do so moving forwards. Just a message to those.
Yeah, thank you for everyone that did support me. Thank you for everyone that watched me in the place and anyone that's messaged me after it. And again, always thank you to my sponsors that keep me going through. And I've been there since the start and I've joined up. I love every single one of my supporters. I'm grateful that I'm able to be in this position I'm in.
Lyndon, it's a pleasure to catch up with you. Like I say, enjoy the rest of your day and, of course, this weather. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
No problem, brother.